China reports participation with Russia to fabricate base on the moon's surface to rival NASA. China has affirmed it will join Russia in setting up a base on the lunar surface by 2035, which will film as an examination station to equal NASA's Lunar Door. Affirmation of plans to construct the Worldwide Lunar Exploration Station, ILRS, came Friday, January 28, 2022, from authorities at the China Public Space Organization, CNSA, the country's public space office. Russia and China have an objective to finish development of fundamental foundation for ILRS by 2035, Wu Yanhua, representative head of the CNSA, said at a preparation in Beijing. The ILRS will equal NASA's lunar entryway, which will assume a fundamental part in the U.S. Space Office's impending Artemis program. Notwithstanding, NASA's Lunar Door will just circle the moon. ILRS, a joint Russian and Chinese activity, will have an orbiter and base on the lunar surface, just as a few exploratory meanderers. The subsequent stage for Russia and China is the development of Foundation, which incorporates energy, interchanges and life-emotionally supportive networks on the lunar base, reports Bloomberg Quint. The ILRS venture will be open for different nations to join. "We invite the wide support of global associates," Wu said on Friday, 28/1/2022 /. This declaration follows the marking of a Notice of Comprehension in WAC 2021 to send off the task by specialists from Moscow and Beijing. The base, the update said, would be intended to do multidisciplinary and multi-purpose examination work. Russia recently communicated interest in teaming up on NASA's Lunar Entryway program, and an informal joint assertion was endorsed by Roscosmos, Russian space organization, and NASA on September 27, 2017. Nonetheless, in January 2021, Roscosmos formally declared that it would at last avoid the program. Depicted as a basic part of NASA's Artemis program, the lunar entryway will be a little space station circling the moon, going about as a multi-purpose station. China needs to land its first space travelers on the moon as soon as 2030, as per Chinese Institute of Designing master Long Lihao, an individual thought about near China's space program. China additionally as of late supported 3 additional missions to the moon, Change 6, 7 and 8, to send off from 2024 onwards. Friday's declaration, January 28, 2022, is an indication of closer participation among Russia and China, which has been seeking after its own space program. China is explicitly banned from taking part in the US's Global Space Station, ISS, development project. In its long-term history, no Chinese public has at any point boarded the maturing ISS, which is worked by 5 space offices: NASA, USA, Roscosmos, Russia, JAXA, Japan, ESA, Europe, and CSA, Canada. Accordingly, China last year began building its own space station, called Tiangong, and that signifies superb royal residence, to equal it. The ISS, presently in circle, required 10 years, and in excess of 30 missions to gather since the send-off of the primary module in 1998. The Tiangong module of China's new space station, which was quick to be sent off, in April last year, structures the primary home for group individuals on Tiangong, which will have a life expectancy of no less than 10 years. Tiangong will associate 1 year from now to 2 more exploratory modules segments, named Wenshan and Mengshan, which will send off in June and September 2022, individually. Upon fulfillment, the complete China space station will weigh around 66 tons, altogether more modest than the ISS, which sent off its first module in 1998 and tips the scales at around 450 tons. The principal group of Tiangong got back to Earth in September following a 90-day mission. A second team of 2 men and 1 lady, Zhai Zhigong and Yi Guangfu and Wang Yaping, showed up in mid-October for a 6-month mission is still ready right up till today. Toward the beginning of November, Yaping turned into China's first female space meanderer subsequent to finishing a 6-hour spell off the station, alongside Zhigong. The the space venture took a sum of 6 hours 25 minutes. During that time the two introduced gear and directed tests close by the station's mechanical arm. China sent off Change 5 in November 2020, which took under a month to effectively return tests of lunar stone to Earth, the primary examples to get back to Earth in over 40 years. In the interim, China's Tianwen-1 mission, which comprises of a few space apparatus including an orbiter and lander, is presently examining the Martian surface and air.